Simon was an ordinary man with an ordinary life. He had a place he could call home, a paying job, and a wife who had just bared him a child. Every weekday, his alarm clock was set to ring at 5:45 in the morning, which provided him with just enough time to get prepared for work. It was Monday morning. Simon woke to the sound of the alarm. The constant ringing seemed to have no effect on his wife, who continued to lie exhausted on the bed. Simon had no intention to wake her. He reached carefully to the alarm clock and turned it off. After getting up, the first thing he did was walk into the baby's room and check on his newborn son. Simon had always wished for a son, and there he was, lying in the crib beside him, sleeping peacefully after a boisterous night of crying. With the palm of his hand, he caressed him tenderly, and then kissed him goodbye. He then walked back to his bedroom to dress himself up. Simon put on a white cotton shirt, a silk tie with diagonal stripes, and a slim wool jacket that he bought at a 70% discount on Father's Day. It was an exceptionally satisfying deal for him. Then he went downstairs, feeling fresh and ready for the day. Every Monday morning before work, Simon would sit on his armchair and watch the morning news, which started precisely at 6 o'clock. He sat down on the armchair, made himself comfortable, then he grabbed the remote and turned on the television.
Good morning and welcome to KTV. Today, violence erupted on the streets of KYRUTE. A group of dissidents have caused distress and turmoil while chanting against the government and the police. Protesters brought traffic to a standstill as police were forced to close off major roads around Green Plaza, which led to massive traffic jams all around the city. Thanks to the valiant efforts of the police force, the dissidents dispersed peacefully. Officials from the municipality announced the damages done to the public at 35,000 KYRUTEan shares. The President has expressed his concern on the matter and advises the citizens to keep their eyes open for shady behaviour and report to the authorities immediately.
50 outlaws got what they deserved. Simon didn't care, but the idea pleased him. He stole a quick glimpse of his watch. It said it was time to leave. Just like every other day of the week, Simon grabbed his briefcase lying beside the wall and left home to catch the bus. It was a beautiful morning, and when Simon looked at the dawning sky, he saw the russet sky as polished as a plate. A pleasant sensation took hold of him. The street was filled with numerous people, walking along and admiring the view as the sun rose, drawing after it the gold and auburn of the cloud layer. A tasteless graffiti on the concrete building caught Simon's eye as he tried his best to find meaning in the crooked letters. Vandals, he spoke to himself. Impertinent young fools ruining others' property for their own amusement. On top of that, he couldn't even read the scribbled writings. Simon stared at the road leading to the hills. He could recall the time when there was nothing but a huge forest stretching to the farthest hills, but the lack of trees didn't concern him. He stopped for a moment to admire the billboard. As he walked past various stores, ranging from clothing to glassware, his eyes casually scanned the discounts for the best deals. The delicious aroma of crispy bagels drew him to his regular vendor. Until now, he hadn't noticed how famished he was. He ordered a bagel with cream cheese and quickly started chewing. The subtle sweetness of the freshly baked bagel made for an enjoyable breakfast. Like every other day, he arrived at the bus stop right on time. When Simon got out of the bus, he felt sweat rolling down his neck despite the cool breeze sweeping through the plaza. As he walked towards the center, he heard lots of chanting and yelling, along with the ear-piercing sirens of police cars. It was pure chaos all around him. It must be what he saw on the television this morning. But Simon was no criminal, so there was nothing for him to be afraid of. He ignored the disorder and continued on his way, admiring the view of the sun rising in the... A cop fired his gun, and a man fell to the ground. Oh, Simon was okay. The man who was shot was only a protester. Simon only felt a little late. He collected himself and continued on his way.